Behind the doors of the White House. Every U.S. president has lived a life few people will ever see. Secrets, fears, loves, and private moments, hidden from the public eye, shape the course of history. Some stories will shock you. Others will make you question what it truly means to hold power. Today, we're uncovering every U.S. president's private life, from George Washington to the present, from legendary founding fathers to modern leaders. The American presidency has always carried weight beyond the public eye. Their public actions tell one story, but their private lives, letters, diaries, and personal habits reveal the humans behind the office. Every president faced doubts, desires, heartbreaks, and joys that shape them and, in turn, shape the nation. Let's dive deep. 1. George Washington. The first president of the United States was also the first to face the unimaginable pressure of leading a new nation. Behind the stoic image, Washington feared he wasn't fit for the role. His letters reveal sleepless nights worrying about decisions that could make or break the country. Married to Martha, who brought warmth and guidance into his life. Washington's private moments often included quiet reflection at Mount Vernon. Even the famous cherry tree story, likely a myth, humanizes him, showing a man admired not just for power, but for integrity. 2. John Adams. Adams was a devoted husband, famously exchanging letters with Abigail that reveal humor, worry, and love. In private, he struggled with stress and health, often pacing the halls of his home. While public debates defined his presidency, his private life shows a man deeply human, wrestling with the weight of the young American government while laughing at life's absurdities. 3. Thomas Jefferson. Jefferson's private world was a mix of intellect, invention, and complicated love. At Monticello, he immersed himself in books and experiments, writing thousands of letters exploring philosophy and government. His rumored relationship with Sally Hemings adds a shadow to his personal history, reminding us that private life is never simple. Jefferson's personal choices often quietly influenced the policies he championed. 4. James Madison. Small in stature, but big in intellect, Madison's private life was calm and studious. Shy and reserved, he preferred reading and reflection to socializing. His partnership with Dolly Madison, who managed the social demands of the White House, gave him a human touch. Behind closed doors, Madison was a thinker first, leader second, a rare glimpse into the personal struggles of shaping a nation. 5. James Monroe. The era of good feelings, President kept a diary that revealed personal fears of political isolation. Loyal to family and cautious in his decisions, Monroe's private reflections remind us that even celebrated leaders doubted themselves. In the quiet moments, he wrestled with the immense responsibility of shaping a young nation. 6. John Quincy Adams. A scholar at heart, Adams often struggled socially. His diary paints a picture of a man principled yet painfully aware of his own awkwardness. While the public saw a strict diplomat, the private Adams was reflective, writing about personal frustrations and the loneliness of leadership. 7. Andrew Jackson. Jackson's fiery temperament dominated both public and private life. He engaged in duels, held grudges, and navigated deep personal losses. His devotion to his wife Rachel and the pain surrounding her death haunted him. In private letters, he revealed a man capable of both immense loyalty and personal vengeance, a human side rarely seen in history books. 8. Martin Van Buren. Van Buren's life was quieter, a lover of gardening and simple domestic pleasures. His private life contrasted with the political battles he faced. Letters show a thoughtful man who valued family and reflection, hiding his personal routines from public scrutiny. 9. William Henry Harrison. Harrison's presidency was famously short, but his personal reflections reveal a disciplined and contemplative man. Even in his brief tenure, letters show a man conscious of mortality, aware that leadership was both an honor and a burden. 10. John Tyler. Tyler's private life was complex. 2 wives, 15 children, and constant personal grief. Letters reveal his struggles balancing family and politics. and how deeply he felt personal losses. Even as he governed a nation, his private challenges were as monumental as the political ones. 11. James K. Polk. Polk was a workaholic whose private life was meticulously disciplined. Letters reveal a man who had personal ambitions, focused entirely on achievement and control. His personal sacrifices often went unseen by the public. 12. Zachary Taylor, 1849 to 1850. A soldier at heart, Taylor's private life was simple and humble. Letters show devotion to family and a disciplined, quiet lifestyle that sharply contrasted the public image of a military hero. 13. Millard Fillmore. Fillmore led a scholarly, reserved private life. His religious devotion shaped personal habits and decision-making, revealing a president whose private convictions guided his public service. 14. Franklin Pierce. Pierce's presidency was marred by tragedy, losing children and battling depression. His private letters reveal a man coping with grief while serving a nation. Struggles with alcohol added shadows to his personal story, making his presidency deeply human. 15. James Buchanan. Buchanan, the only bachelor president, lived a private life marked by loneliness. Letters hint at deep personal friendships that sparked rumors, and a reflective, often isolated lifestyle. The pressures of impending civil war only heightened his private anxieties. 16. Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln balanced immense public pressure with private sorrow. He suffered depression and deeply mourned lost children. Diaries and letters reveal a man using humor and storytelling to survive personal and national crises, showing the human side behind iconic leadership. 17. Andrew Johnson. Johnson came from humble roots. His private life was simple, his personal struggles intense, and his rise to power a constant test of endurance. Letters reveal a man torn between personal belief and political necessity. 18. Ulysses S. Grant. Grant's private life was marked by love for family and lingering insecurities. Letters reveal concerns about public perception, alongside rumors about drinking habits. His human side contrasts the public view of a stoic general. 19. Rutherford B. Hayes. Hayes' life was disciplined and devout. Personal letters and diaries reveal a man striving for integrity and family devotion, showing the quiet personal routines that grounded his presidency. 20. James Garfield. Garfield was an intellectual whose personal life was tragically cut short. Letters and diary entries reveal curiosity, humility, and ambition, painting a picture of a deeply thoughtful president. 21. Chester A. Arthur. Arthur's private life was elegant and stylish, while public life demanded formality. Personal letters reveal a love for luxury and quiet sophistication, a man who found peace in refined private habits. 22. Grover Cleveland. Cleveland's private life included hidden romances and personal retreats. A lover of fishing and reading, he balanced public scrutiny with private enjoyment, often hiding the full truth of his personal affairs. 23. Benjamin Harrison. Harrison's reserved, intellectual private life was family-focused. Letters reveal a man concerned with duty but deeply connected to loved ones, showing balance between personal and professional spheres. 24. William McKinley. McKinley's personal life reflected devotion to his wife Ida and religious habits. Letters reveal gentleness and humility behind a commanding public image. 25. Theodore Roosevelt. Roosevelt's private life was energetic and tragic. Hiking, hunting, and writing filled his personal days. He endured the death of his wife Alice and found solace in philosophical reflection, showing a deeply human leader. 26. William Howard Taft. Taft's private life was filled with humor and love of food. Letters reveal personal struggles with health and a desire for comfort, contrasting his public reputation as a strict bureaucrat. 27. Woodrow Wilson. Wilson's private life reflected intellectual depth and personal grief. Letters reveal a man coping with illness and tragedy, struggling to balance personal pain with leadership of a nation at war. 28. Warren G. Harding. Harding's private life was secretive and romantic. Scandals contrasted his public charm, showing a man whose personal indulgences were carefully hidden from public view. 29. Calvin Coolidge. Coolidge was famously private. His simple habits and devotion to family created a calm personal life, rarely seen by the public, highlighting introspection behind the presidency. 30. Herbert Hoover. Hoover's private life was disciplined and humanitarian. Personal letters reveal a man deeply committed to service, with private routines that kept him grounded amid political turmoil. 31. Franklin D. Roosevelt. FDR faced private struggle with polio, yet projected strength. Diaries reveal fears and private strategies, showing a man balancing personal limitations with global leadership. 32. Harry S. Truman. Truman's private life reflected humor, honesty, and simple routines. Letters reveal a man who cherished family and moral clarity, a stark contrast to the pressures of the presidency. 33. Dwight D. Eisenhower. Eisenhower's disciplined military background shaped his private life. He loved golf, reading, and quiet reflection, showing the personal side of a strategic public figure. 34. John F. Kennedy. Kennedy faced private health struggles and personal affairs. Letters reveal charm, ambition, and vulnerability, making him one of the most complex figures in presidential history. 35. Lyndon B. Johnson. Johnson's private life was aggressive and intense. Quirks and personal habits reveal a man driven by power, yet deeply aware of his personal impact on those around him. 36. Richard Nixon. Nixon was private and paranoid. Diaries and letters show a love for music, reading, and family, contrasting with a public perception of secrecy and scandal. 37. Gerald Ford. Ford's private life reflected humility, family devotion, and athletic pastimes. Letters reveal moral grounding and a quiet approach to leadership. 38. Jimmy Carter. Carter's private life centered on faith, family, and humanitarian work. Diaries show a reflective, compassionate, and moral private life. 39. Ronald Reagan. Reagan's optimism and humor defined his private world. Letters reveal deep love for Nancy, philosophical reflection, and Hollywood charm hidden behind political power. 40. George H.W. Bush, 1989 to 1993. Bush's private life reflected discipline, family devotion, and military heroism. Letters reveal humility and personal warmth behind public authority. 41. Bill Clinton. Clinton balanced public scandal with private charm. Letters reveal love for music, intellect, and generosity, showing a complex human side. 42. George W. Bush. Bush's private life included painting, ranch work, and family devotion. Letters reveal deep personal grief after September 11th, showing a reflective and human leader. 43. Barack Obama. Obama's private routines included basketball, reading, and family time. Diaries reveal thoughtful reflection and the personal side of public decisions. 44. Donald Trump. Trump's private life focused on business, golf, and family bonds. Letters and accounts reveal contrast between public brashness and private routines. 45. Joe Biden. Biden's private life shows devotion to family and resilience through personal tragedy. Diaries reveal empathy and warmth, highlighting the human side of leadership. Every U.S. president has lived a private life filled with fears, joys, and secrets the public rarely sees. Behind every decision, every law, every moment in history, there's a human story. If you loved uncovering these secrets, hit that like button and subscribe for more hidden truths about U.S. presidents and the White House.